Hi, Ian Petrie here from Ian Petrie's Photography. This is a little video for the school leavers that might be looking into where they want to take their career with. So obviously for myself, I'll be talking about photography and videography, and maybe that inspires some of you to take that road for yourself. So first of all, let's jump to a little highlight video of what I do, and then I'll come back and talk to you afterwards. See you in a minute. Okay, so hopefully you liked a little bit of my intro that I showed you earlier, of the sort of quality that I put out there and the sort of styles I do there. Now in terms of photography, there are many different styles, so whether you want to go into corporate or you want to go into weddings, family portraiture, newborns, pets, or even landscapes and other aspects as well. I generalise myself as a general photographer. I like to do a bit of everything. Okay, but I'd like to actually talk to you first of all of how I got into this line of work and what my typical day consists of. So I got into photography based on me and my wife used to do local modelling side of things, and I eventually got to a point where I decided I didn't want to do that anymore, so I bought myself a camera just to take photos of local models, just as a hobby side of things. After about a year, I'd say, I started getting asked by people that were seeing the images I was putting out there if I do family sessions. So I just did a few there, really cheap to start with, and it just spiraled on from there, and it quickly spiraled into pretty much a full-on business. Alright, now as a typical day for myself, I'm going to talk to you through wedding side of things, purely because that's the biggest aspect of my particular type of business, being a wedding and portrait photographer. As you can always probably guess already, that you need to build your own websites, you need to work out your search engine optimization, or SEO as it is in short, to actually rank higher in Google. So that is a day-to-day aspect that you need to do every single day. Monitor it, see what's going, look at what campaigns are working, what's not working, then readjust it. So the photography side of things is a very small number when it comes to businesses with photography and video, but it's the rewarding aspect of it, is when you're handing over the images or the media, the reaction you get from your clientele. Yeah. So in a typical wedding, once you've got your client, first contact from whatever advert you've put out there, I typically will analyse the data that they've actually provided, what they're actually looking for, give them a phone call or an email to see if I can arrange a face-to-face consultation, because the reason for that is because then I can ascertain what they're really after in finer detail. I can get their body language as well as what they're saying to me, but also I can demonstrate what my abilities are and show them portfolios as well. So there is an element of a lot of driving that needs to be done, okay, to and from different clienteles, depending on the area you want to cover. I tend to cover the East Midlands and South Yorkshire regions. Yeah. Now once you've done your consultation, which is probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours in clients' homes typically, okay, hopefully you can get that booking. Once you get that booking, then you need to create an account for the client, with your customer database, making sure you comply with general data protection regulations, GDPR, yeah, to make sure you're compliant with that, and then you need to actually walk them through the whole process from start to finish. You need to continually be in contact with them on a continuous basis to see where they're at with their journey of planning their wedding. Okay, and if there's any additional support or help that we can do to support them in that journey as well. Yeah. Okay. On back of that as well is probably a few months before the big wedding day, what you want to do is arrange a meet-up at the venue with themselves, so you can walk around the venue, talk about areas for photos, talk about what type of photos they want in which areas. You can also ascertain the sort of lighting conditions or any restrictions that the venue actually has on the clients as well as on yourselves. Okay, and then that means on the day you're not going to an area to try and take a photo and realise it's not appropriate, it's not suitable, you're not wasting your time, so the day runs a lot smoother and clients appreciate that a lot more. With the meeting at the venue, it's always a good idea to offer an engagement shoot on those period of times as well. It gives you a chance to actually ascertain of how well clients are with posing in front of the camera, and see if there's anything you need to do on the big day a little bit more to make sure you get all those particular shots. Okay, now once you've done that and you go back on the big days, of course you need to cover the whole day, make sure everything is all the guests and the clients are happy, and any additional support you can do, not just taking the photos or videos, but you really need to really have a good time and enjoy that time as well. Okay, so once you've finished the big day, you then need to actually save those images into multiple locations. Okay, so that could be a portable hard drive, it could be your PC or laptop, or it could be a cloud space. Now I tend to like to do cloud space, and also I like to do a portable hard drive, so therefore if there's ever a fire in my house and I lose that hard drive, I've got it in a cloud space that I can download it anytime I want as well. Okay, it's just that extra bit of protection, because you want to protect those images, because if they do get lost, of course you can have a big insurance claim, which you don't want, and the clients don't want the hassle, you don't want the hassle, so make sure you have got your insurance, and you also are fail-safing every aspect that you can, and that's why I save them into 2 different locations. Okay, yeah. Once you've done that, then you can start editing and proceeding the images into your desired styles with various different softwares out there, such as Photoshop and Lightroom are the most common ones. There are others out there as well, so you need to actually source what works for you in terms of your budget and costs as well, and then you can hand those images over to client and see how if they're happy with those. That is a very, very, very basic form of my day-to-day life within the photography business to do with just weddings. There is a whole lot more that goes into it, but obviously these videos can't be too long for me to actually explain every aspect of it. If you do want to see other videos, particularly on how to get into the photography business, I do have some on my YouTube channel, so by all means jump over there and have a look for those, for Ian Petrie's Photography, and drop me a message if you want to have a chat. Until then, my name is Ian Petrie again, Petrie's Photography, which is www.petries.photography, and that's all you need to type and you'll find my website. Until then, I hope your career goes well, whatever your decision you make. Yeah, hopefully everything goes well for you.